You've seen the label saying made from recycled bottles. Before, this really felt like a win for me, but lately it hasn't so much. And today I'm going to explain why circularity is more important than recycling. When I was younger, I used to believe that recycled fabrics were the answer. Plastic into polyester, waste into gear. It all feels pretty good, right? But after years of designing apparel, I started asking harder questions. Because we have to understand that recycling alone isn't circular. It's still part of a linear system that ends at a landfill. Most recycled yarns come from mechanical recycling, where we melt the plastic and respin the yarn. It's simple and it works. We can feel good about that. The big issue we need to talk about begins at the end of a garment's life. Because even if it's made with recycled yarns, if it wasn't initially designed to be recycled, it won't be. Blended yarns, glued-on trims, laminates, all of these create issues in garment recycling. As a result, only about 10 to 15% of all clothing ever made gets collected for recycling. And less than 1% of that is actually turned into new clothes. Most of it ends up in landfills or gets downcycled into things like insulation or rags. Let's look at that again, because it's important to know that ultimately, this is most likely where your clothing or shoes end up. Most garments are made with yarns that are hard to separate, or they're finished with dyes, glues, or trims that are hard to process. This makes recycling garments very difficult. So despite all the talk about sustainability in our industry, the truth is almost none of our clothing gets a second life. And if we ever hope to change this, we need to focus on circularity more than recycling. Monomaterials, minimal trims, and products that are designed to come apart. We need infrastructure, take back, sorting, and processing. Recycling is a tool, but circularity is the system. Because without circular systems, recycling becomes merely a stop on the way to the landfill.